Alright guys, welcome into your Extreme Rules special event review. It's a bit weird not saying pay-per-view anymore, but that's what it is. I'm going to get straight down to the pre-show match, which was El Torito versus Hornswoggle, and that's why I actually watched this match. I mean, going into this match, in my Raw reviews and all that, you knew I wasn't excited for this match one bit. But this match wasn't that bad at all. It exceeded my expectations. You know, I thought it was going to be a complete rip-off, a complete spoof of wrestling. And it was. But it was very entertaining, and it has some hardcore elements. I mean, you had some really good spots in the match. Drew McIntyre doing a front flip out of the ring, then lands on the table. You had, what was it? I can't remember what spot it was, but we ended up having ladders on tables and stuff. And you had like 4 guys going into the table, right? I mean, I can't remember. It was, I had some sleep afterwards. But, yeah, we had some good spots in there. To be honest, this was a pre-show match as well. This was better than some of the matches on the actual show, and this was El Torito versus Hornswoggle. You know, I understood that Primo Epico and 3MB were involved as well in the match. They had a big influence on the match. But this match was pretty decent. Something which did make me laugh was the announcer. One of the announcers said, you know, this match reminds me of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. Just made me laugh, because we know how good that match is. You know, Macho Man, yeah, one of the greatest of all time, yeah. I'm getting better for the impression, but anyway. After that, we come to, well, El Torito beats Hornswoggle, as predicted. But to be honest, this has some replayability to it. Wasn't that bad at all, to be honest. It was better than the first match on the show as well. Anyway, the first match was RVD versus Jack Swagger and Cesaro. I'm not sure what happened here, but there was elimination in this. I don't know if it was botched. There's a 5-star frog splash from Swagger, and then he ends up pinning him. It was an awkward. It was really awkward with the crowd. Go woo, and then we was expecting the bell to ring for RVD to win, but I mean, if it was a mistake, then they got around it, nicely. Because they did say about the triple threat elements in the match. So I do think it was a bit botched, to be honest. But it is what it is. If you make a mistake, you go around it. I mean, me as a drama student, if you make mistakes, improvise. That's what you do, and they went around it really well. So, I'm not going to even hate for it. In the match, there was ECW chants. They were for actually RVD in this match as well, which was pretty cool. But in the end, you have RVD missing a 5-star frog splash onto the bin, and he actually lands on his face, a bit of blood on his face, cuts his fingers under his eye. He cut there. And Cesaro wins with the neutralizer on the bin. So Cesaro gets the win here. As predicted again. Not a bad match. It was just an opener. I mean, El Torito versus Hornswoggle was much better than this, to be honest. Anyway, after that we had Rusev versus Xavier Woods and R-Truth. You had Lana coming down and says she looks up to Vladimir Putin, which is actually relevant in today's society, so that's what it is. And Lana was more over than anybody in this match, and then you have Rusev win. I'm not going to really touch on this match too much because I don't really care about it, but Lana was over in this match than anyone in this match. It's just a bland match, to be honest. After that we have Big E versus Barrett for the IC Championship, the feud, the tournament heading into it. Barrett wins the tournament, and he wins this match as well. I mean, to be honest, who cares? I mean, to me, I'm not a Wade Barrett fan. He was over in this match. I'm not really a Wade Barrett fan. I used to be. I used to be a Wade Barrett fan, but with this new gimmick, I just don't buy into it. I really don't. And I wanted Big E to win this as well. I really did. Bollocks does this give the title prestige. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I just couldn't be arsed with this match, to be honest. It was boring, to be honest. You've had Wade Barrett win the IC Championship 3 times beforehand, and what happened there? Nothing. I'm not really for it. It doesn't give prestige back to the title. But after that, we come to, in my opinion, the match of the night. This was the Shield versus Evolution. This was good. This was really good. I mean, I was surprised this didn't main event. That's what I thought. This is what I thought was going to main event. But we had Daniel Bryan main event. At least it wasn't John Cena. But this match was really, really good. There were some really nice bumps in there with Rollins, nice spots with Rollins bumps in there, right, where he jumps over the ring, over the through the ropes. They ended up missing, I think it was Triple H, who just goes straight into the barricade. You had a real good spot of him jumping from the balcony to Triple H and Orton, knocking them out. And then in the end of the match, you had the spear to Batista, and then the Shield win. Really, really good. It really highlighted Seth Rollins in this match. Roman Reigns got a real big pop in this match, and his athleticism really showed in this match with his Superman punch. This match was really good. I really enjoyed this match. I'll definitely be playing this one again. Yeah, we had some good showing with Evolution as well. Randy Orton, Triple H, Batista. I believe Batista's going to be leaving. Apparently, this is what rumours are going about. He's going to leave, and he's coming back about SummerSlam just to promote his new film, Rise of the Galaxy. I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. I don't watch films really, but yeah, I mean, they got Batista to do the job here for Roman Reigns. So this match was really good. Match of the night, easily. After that, we come to, in my opinion, this was the worst match of the show. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. It was just a BS match. In the end, you have a kid singing the song as John Cena's about to escape. You know, it just gives that, those Cena fans the edge of saying that, you know, John Cena could have won, but the kid stops him, you know. And throughout the whole fucking match, yeah, you had Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. You know, it was a 3-on-1, really. It just had them outside of the cage, not letting John Cena, you know, escape the cage. And this was just shit. Borderline shit, this was. And for some reason, you can't have Bray actually pin the motherfucker, you know, and then he just escapes instead. So, yeah, this was crap. Not my cup of tea anyway. I'd have rather seen El Torito and Hornswoggle in this spot. Not this shit. This was shit. Yes, you had Bray Wyatt win. But the thing is, you're building in excuses for John Cena. Like always. You know, it's just the same old shit. Every time. For years. You know, I don't give a shit. After that, we come to Paige versus Tamina. I was kind of doing other things at this time, really. I couldn't get into this match. You had Paige wins this. After that, we come to the main event. This was a match I did care about, kind of. Heading into it, I really didn't, but you know, once it got there, yep, we'll watch it. We'll see what it is. This was a pretty decent match, especially with a Kane involved, who's, you know, he's old now, and he's been in spots like this before, and you know, we know what he's capable of and stuff. You know, he's older now. He can't do the things he used to be able to do, so he's limited. But they brought in some new elements in this match. You had a nice backstage brawl. You know, playing up to that Extreme Rules theme. Backstage fighting. I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, you know, bring it somewhere else. Bring it to a new scenery. You know, I'm all for new in WWE, but you know, this was pretty decent. You know, I say all new for WWE, you should have fucking Cena on there all the time, didn't you? But at least he didn't main event, that's the thing. But in the end, you end up having a flaming table in there, which is really good. Really good. It was new. Brought some surprise to me, because I didn't think they were going to do it. I know it was a bit watered down to PG level with, you know, the spot not being that great. I think it was just Daniel Bryan just pushes Kane into the flaming table. You know, it's not the best, but at least we had a flaming table, which was something new, which we don't get. You know, it kind of made me remember of the good old days, you know, with the flaming table spots. You know, because like, they're really good spots, and I even showed you it on here, so it was something new, refreshing. It's something what we needed, especially something out of a Kane feud, which no one really could get into. But flaming table spot, I give all good thumbs up to that. Really good at that. So and then in the end, you had the high knee kick to Kane, and that was it. That was the end of the match. Bryan wins, and then you end up having a stare off with Bryan leaving and Kane. You know, his music hits. So maybe they're carrying on the feud with them too. I don't know. But this match was pretty decent. Second best match of the show as well, with the Shield versus Evolution being the MVP of the show. Overall, this pay-per-view wasn't too bad at all. I think it exceeded my expectations because, you know, looking into this pay-per-view, I really wasn't excited. There was only one match I cared about. Only one. and that was Evolution and Shield. That exceeded my expectations. That's really, really good. But the pre-show match, you know, that wasn't bad. I knew Cena versus White wasn't good, but Bryan versus Kane was a good main event to the show, and a flaming table spot. I'm just saying, you know, we don't get that anymore, and I'm glad we got something like that. It was something refreshing, so I enjoyed it. This pay-per-view wasn't that bad at all. If I could give it a rating, I'd probably give it a... I mean, I like to reflect my ratings on the past pay-per-views. I can't rate this really high, you know, because it's not better than, you know, loads of other pay-per-views. So, you know, it was okay in my opinion to every other pay-per-view. You know, but in today's era, this was really good, and I enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Until next time, see ya.